What is going on, guys? You already know who it is. It is your boy, the Gyronude here, coming at you guys with another Call of Duty Warzone tips and tricks video. So in my previous video, we discussed best, my graphics settings, the best settings that I personally use. Now I want to show you guys in this video a tip to make it super easy to spot people in multiplayer, in Warzone. And a little disclaimer here, I'm really sorry, guys. This is only for PC users, and this is only for PC users that can use GeForce Experience, okay? That's the only caveat to this. I'm not sure if AMD has one like this, but this is what I personally use. I have a GeForce or GTX 2060, so it has GeForce with it. So unfortunately, only Nvidia graphics cards can use this. That would be your 960s, your 1060s, your 900 series, your 10,000 series, and your 2000 series, which is the 960, 970, 980, or your 20 or 1060, 1070, 1080s, and the 2060, 2070, 2080s, and so on and so forth. But before I get into showing you guys the secret little tip, be sure to smack a like, be sure to comment down below if this helped you, and also let me know if you guys are enjoying the Warzone and tips and tricks content. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So right here, you're going to see this is what normal looks like. It looks really bland, looks really boring, right? I'm here to brighten up your day, man. I had to check to make sure I was still recording, but here we go. We're gonna turn this on. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. It looks so much more better. You can actually see people. Oh my god. Now there's a weird little, like, when the sun hits, you get like this little purple, but I mean, for the most part, like, seeing people and being like, before, it's not so washed out, it's a lot more brighter, and you can actually like see a lot more clearer. So let me go back here and show you. So imagine there's a guy, you see this fog right here, imagine there's a guy over there, you can see him pretty clearly, right here. But when I turn this off, look at that, dude. Everything blends in right here. You see what I'm talking about? Everything blends in. But when you turn this on, it doesn't blend in. You could clearly see, right? So I'm going to show you guys how to get this. So there's a lot of videos that show you how to get GeForce Experience. And what you want to do is when you load up your game, you want to press Alt, right, and Z. Press Alt and Z. You're going to go to your settings, and then you're going to go down here to your keyboard and shortcuts. Now default, it is F or Alt F3. I have mine just set to Alt, or just to F2 actually. So you do that, and then right when you go in, you press F2, right? Well, I highly suggest switching it from Alt F3 because F3 brings up your menus. So I highly suggest switching it to F2. And this is just what I can see. Everybody's eyes are different, but you can customize this to your liking. And it's not cheating or anything, has hardly any FPS, hit on you. So what you're going to do is you're going to add filters, and you're going to add details and color. So you know what, we're going to go right through it real quick. So I'm going to delete this and delete that. So this is what the game looks like. So we're going to add, where's details? Details. Then we're going to add another filter. Just go down here to add filter. And then we're going to go to, where's colors at? Color right here. So automatically it's brightening it, brightening us, it just bringing the color out. And then if you want to, you can add brightness and contrast. You can, it all depends on your monitor. I really don't want to add the brightness and contrast, but actually we're going to keep it in for clarity's sake. So this is what your game looks like default, right? So I mean, it's not bad. It's super bright. You might have to turn the brightness down on your monitor, and like I said, this is just for everybody's personal opinion. Like, it kind of looks really yellow to me, but it just looks way better than what it did before, right? So like, you're going into the cave, you can clearly see where people are, right? And I use this map because it's really like foggy. See the fog over there? It just really brightens everything up, and it really does help out. Like, you can clearly see where your enemies are going to be at. So we're going to go back in and we're going to customize it even further. So you can customize how much exposure, how much contrast you want. You can have it all the way up, you can have it at 31, or you can bring it down more, you know, where it was. I think 31 is pretty good. Shadows, gamma, you can play around with your gamma, make it brighter, make it lower. I leave that at default. What was the default at? Around there is pretty good. And then, so to hit up on that, you go to your color and you see how much temperature. Your temperature is at 2.5. I personally leave color at default. Like, you can bring it down just a little bit if you want to, but just to have like that normal, so it's not so yellow, so to speak. So 0.5, yeah, you just drag it down just a little bit. So that's the other setting, which, I mean, this still looks better. It looks kind of blue in my opinion, but it's still, it's really clear. I like a little more color because I can see people a little easier, but like, this will be perfectly fine. And it's all about customizing the how you guys, you know, want it. So let me hit F2. So you can have it at 11.6 or, you know, the default, which I think the default looks fine. The vibrance, you can turn the vibrance down if you want also, just so that it's not so, you know, vibrant. Then we'll go down to details. So details is the most important part. You want your clarity all the way up. If you don't want any other filters, make sure your clarity is all the way up. This is clarity at 0. Default right here. Make sure you bring clarity all the way up. It kind of just sharpens it just a little bit and makes it easier to see. HDR toning, don't mess with any of that. Bloom. So, and if you want to actually like get rid of setting or make multiple ones for multiple different games, you can go through here. So right there is what it looks like, all washed out. There's really no color to it, and right here, boom, that's what it looks like. It absolutely looks amazing. Your loadouts, custom loadouts and everything, you know, this looks absolutely amazing. A lot better than what it did, you know, before. And really, it's really helped me out finding this out and really getting used to playing with it. So like right here, I noticed that right here is just a little bit too bright. So what I usually like to do is move around the map and see where like places might be darker, places might be lighter, and I go here and I adjust it. So it'll be in color. So in color, vibrance, I can actually turn the vibrance down. You know what? It's actually just bright right there in general. Let's see. The gamma that needs to be turned down. And if you forget like what your settings are at, you can just go back and delete them. See? And I still think that looks still pretty good. If you just want colors off, I still believe the vibrance is really good. So I'm actually going to just add color, and no, we're going to delete color. I'm actually going to add brightness and contrast, and then I'm actually going to add color. Yeah, with color. There we go. So it doesn't look so bad. And like the brightness, you can turn down if you don't want it so bright. I think that's really bright. I think right there is perfect. So let's go and look at in the cave. Oh yeah. Yep. And it's going to take a little bit for your eyes to get used to, but this is what I'm using. So if you guys want to like see my settings and what they look like, and how to get GeForce Experience, there's a bunch of YouTube tutorials on that. But basically, this is what I'm using right now. My color, my brightness, and then for details, remember, have clarity all the way up. And that is it. And if you want to get, again, to your GeForce experience, or if you just want to turn this off, you go Alt-Z, right? This is your, brings up your GeForce experience. You got to make sure you have it on. I don't have instant replay recording or anything like that on. I'm just using for the filter. You go to your settings, you go to your keyboards and shortcuts, and then what it's going to be is the game filter. I just have mine on F2, and I highly recommend you guys switch it to F2 because F3, like I said, brings up the menu. You go back, hit done, you can exit out that, hit F2, boom, you're there. And you can do this in between games, in games, and if you want to, you know, turn it off, you can turn it off. But look how ugly that looks, man. Like, I can never go back to playing this game how ugly it looks. And then if I want to turn it on, up, boom. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So much more clear, so much more easier. It doesn't do anything to like your sniper or anything. It's just, it's the best, man. It's the best. So if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to smack a like, comment down below if this tip or trick helped you. Also remember to stay blessed and stay humble, and I'll catch you guys in another Call of Duty Modern Warfare video. Peace.